fourth place in the Mid-East Harriscumber Racing Series. I'm looking at your results right now. It's you just now got in the top 5 last Sunday. What was the hardships getting in the top 5?
Man, the hardships just getting into the top 5. You gotta be fast. You gotta work. You gotta fight. You gotta fight for it. You can't give up.
Yeah. What's the difficulty of your class?
The difficulty of the class is just people sandbagging in that class, man. You got people that are supposed to be in the actual schoolboy class and not the class that I'm in. And just sandbagging, man. You gotta fight for your results.
What's the definition of sandbagging to you?
The definition of sandbagging.
What would you describe sandbagging as?
Sandbagging is really just it's not your first year racing. You're honestly the best of the best out there in that class.
Oh, you're saying that they should really be racing in the pro schoolboy when they're racing in the novice, correct?
Yes, correct.
I hear your problem.
Yeah. And then we got Jacob Harris over here hitting trees.
We don't talk about that. That's next podcast. We talk about me later. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to get into that, because I swear to God. I see that she got 9th first race at Pines on 9, Harrisbridge 11th, Enola 7th, Greenville Pickens Speedway 10th, and then Waterville 8th. And so what happened? What happened at Harrisbridge? You went from 9th, 11th, 7th, 10th, 8th, 4th. It seems every other race you're going good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. What's been happening?
Man, Harrisbridge just was not my race. I got there. I wasn't feeling too well. Stomach was hurting real bad. Then got out on the track and it's mud, man. I don't do good in mud at all.
I hear you there.
Mud is not my friend. This past race I got 4th in. It was nice and dry, nice and dusty. Those are my kind of tracks, you know.
Greenville Pickens Speedway, no, pretty close to home. Like actually, almost at your home, pretty much.
Yeah, basically 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
home right there.
Yeah. How was that race for you? I see you got 10th, top 10.
That race was not good for me at all. I was going through the trails, hitting trees, getting caught up in vines, all kinds of stuff. Not Harrisbridge. Greenville Pickens Speedway. It wasn't a hard track. It was just a new track. That's the only thing. Yeah.
For a new track, it was pretty okay for a new track, but definitely could have been better in some areas. But it was not.
Yeah, most definitely. Some parts were amazing. They were really good parts, and then other parts were just absolutely horrible. It looks like they just went through and started cutting stuff down.
Waterville, Shelby, probably the worst race this season so far, but you still got 8. How was that?
That was most definitely by far the worst race, man. Got out there again, was not feeling good at all. Another thing that helped me this past race get 4th, Carb Sport, man. Give a big shout out to them. I used to get cramps every single race. This race took about 2 scoops of Carb Sport in my water, and I was on a roll. Was not stopping.
Well, at Shelby, it was the I wasn't there. I got in trouble. I couldn't come, but Everybody said it was muddy. From the pictures I seen, it was pretty muddy. What? How bad was it actually?
Oh, it was pretty bad. There was mud holes everywhere. There was people getting stuck on small hills. The tiniest hills ever. It was so muddy. You hit a root and you'd slide. I got pinned up against a tree probably my second lap. I was pinned up against a tree for like 5 minutes because I hit a mud hole, hit a big old root that was real slick, hit that tree and just stayed there pinned up against it.
Dang, sounds like you had a pretty rough race.
Yeah, that was by far the roughest race.
How was the MX part?
The AM bikes did not do the MX part.
They didn't? Oh.
That was only PM bikes.
Did anybody do the MX part?
Yeah, the PM bikes did the MX part. The PM bikes and then the Pro quads.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the pros did the MX part. All right. Strange Ranch, 4th place.
By far the best race out there.
How'd you like track?
It was an amazing track, real fast track. There were a lot of whoops in the track though. A lot of whoops. There were a lot of lappers.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was my problem. That in the youth race, I lost so much time wrecked because I wrecked in the 365s in 2 laps. Yeah.
Yeah, man, lappers and then these trail riders, man. Apparently, first-year riders and trail riders, they'd come by you flying, man.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. Not my expertise or anything, but I think if you've been riding trail riders for a year and you've been getting first place, I think you should move up. Christian Cordero.
Christian Cordero, call him out here.
Yeah, I'll call him out on the podcast since he was supposed to be our first featured guest on the podcast, but no, he had to go to CC's Pizza instead.
That man. Yeah, man, I think that race was probably by far the best race. Christian Cordero, dang, he texted me the night before. He was like, "Man, my bike's not running right." He was like, "My front tire's off." I was like, "Bring it up to the race. We'll have to fix it." We got them fixed up. And
same thing. I told him, just bring it. Somebody will get you fixed up, no matter what.
Yeah, me and Jacob and his dad and Kristen, we were sitting there for 30 minutes working on that bike. He probably got down there with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left and signed up right on time. I honestly don't even know how he did it.
Cut it, what? Right under, made it just by the hair. Yeah.
Yeah, just the hair.
But like, it was something. If I would have thought it out, it would sound a lot better. But yeah. Your 4th place in your class. How's that been?
Over that 4th place, man, I was excited. I came through probably the first lap. I was in 5th. I just put my chin up, started riding harder than I've ever rode in a race before.
What helps you get through the races day by day? I mean,
race by race.
No, what helps you get through the races? Like, what do you prepare before the race when you're in the pits? What do you do?
Before the race, when I'm in the pits, man, you just sit down, have a talk. People talk me up. Do a little workout, push-ups, little jumping jacks. Like I said, carb sport. That helps me a lot. Stopping with the cramps and probably my mom and my stepdad. They talk me up a lot, get me going, get me pumped up, ready for the races. Yeah.
What on a day-to-day basis when you know when you don't have a race this weekend, what do you do day to day to get ready for the race the next weekend?
Day to day, man. Work out almost every day of the week. Take Thursday and Friday off for rest. Monday and Tuesday might go ride for 45 minutes to an hour. Get some lap time in. Get some lap times in down in our track that we have down in our acres that our trails and our pasture that we have. Get some good lap times in there, and just getting talked up, man. Like I said, family's the most important thing out of all.
What does your racing facility conceive of? Like, what does your track? What are features of your track? And
jumps, tight trails, whoops, wide open, all kinds of stuff. It's mainly in the woods, and then you get into the field section. You got the whoops, and you got the jumps, and the turns, and everything. Basically, everything that we have at a Mid-East race, we have in our backyard.
Yeah, that sounds like you have a pretty good setup. What is there anybody you would like to thank?
Man, the most important people I'd like to thank my stepdad, number one, taking care of me. Took me in when I was about 7 years old. Helped me get through. Started racing dirt bikes about 2 years ago. He's helped me with that a lot. Basically pays for most of my parts after I worked for a little bit. I'd like to thank my mom. She helps me get through. She gets everything ready. Night before, she goes and buys Gatorades and waters, and fixes our camelbacks in the morning for the 2-hour race.
I've seen how your mom helps you. She seems like she's definitely by far one of the best moto moms.
Yeah, by far. She pumps you up at the start line. And I'd like to thank my dad, my real dad. He helps me through. He brings me tools over here, the way I can work on my bike, get it ready for the weekends. Everybody out there support me. I'd like to thank Christian Cordero, by far the best cameraman other than Briar Hill Photography. Briar Hill probably takes the best photos out of all.
They do, 100%.
Yes, 100%.
Thanks for being a guest on Braap Hub podcast. First guest, episode 1. Hopefully, near the end of the season, I'll get you back on the podcast and see how you're doing. For the first time, this will be the end of the podcast. Thanks for Karson for coming on the podcast. And that's it.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.